Feliz Natal! We're not doing much for Christmas this year.
This is pretty much the extent of it because our entire house is in chaos as we have dismantled our temporary kitchen and started renovation.
Yes.
Again, still.
Again. Yes, but before we get into it, this is not an instructional video. We're not tile experts.
Join us as we install our kitchen floor.
So we're here in the kitchen, stirring the pot again, moving everything around. Just, stirring the pot. It goes from here to here, and then over to here. Just stirring the pot. Because Christina's finally doing her womanly duties by cleaning her kitchen.
Really? How disgusting it is.
I mean, we're getting ready to lay the floor. So, there's that.
There is that. So, we're just checking out the layout. We're doing a dry fit with the tiles before we start mixing up the cemento cola and before we start installing them. So the plan is to start from this corner here, which is where I have created my square line in a completely not square or even room. So this is our setup. I squared it to the door that you enter rather than the rest of the room because that just kind of made sense to me, but we'll see.
Is this your first grout?
Yes.
Thin set for your first tile?
It is.
You nervous?
Yep. But you know what? This whole room ain't square, so I guess it doesn't really matter, does it?
You're a square.
And I'm not.
Are we happy with that? Looks good.
So.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, it looks perfect. I don't know how much of this I need. I'll find out when I start spreading it. Oh yeah, that's perfect. You did an awesome job.
Cool.
Let's just smear it around a little bit.
Yeah, and then I would do my whole line there instead of one at a time.
Probably putting way too much.
Are you icing the cake? Well, you can spread it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Are you icing the cake?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which I'm also not very good at.
Right.
How's that? Are we ready to lay the first tile?
If you like that.
Yeah, like that. And then when we slide it, we'll slide it like towards.
I think it should slide a little easier now, no?
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I have the screed bar lined up on my original placement line so that I know that this side is square to where I want it. And I have a little bit of a gap to the wall, and that will be covered by the trim. So I do have some baseboard that we were given, and I just need to paint it white and slap it on. So I think that should be good, no? I slid it. Maybe I need to slide it around more. So
Yeah, give it a little more, yeah.
Give them more of that action.
Yeah, put some pressure, hard pressure on it.
Like that.
Yeah.
Now I need to check and make sure it's level.
Yeah, level's up there.
Okay. That way's level. That way's level.
Okay.
That way. And that way. 15.5 at 15.
Sorry?
15.5 on the corner, and then 15 on this side.
Okay, so 15.5.
And then the next one will be
And this one is 15.
15 and 15. So this
Okay.
one is straight. The corner's wonky.
Okay, so 15. 15. My martial arts skills.
I see that. So it's been, 48 hours now since we laid the tiles. So last night I washed them all and they're completely dry now. So we're ready to start with the grout. So we bought a large joint flexible grout that's suitable for indoor, outdoor, wall, or floor. And this bag is the smaller 5 kilogram size. For this size of bag, you're supposed to use 1.5 liters or 1,500 milliliters of water. But because the tiles, the little raised portions, are small with lots of joints, I won't be able to do the whole floor and then walk back over it in order to wipe it with the sponge afterwards, because I'll be stepping on all of these grout lines. So I need to work in smaller batches. If we get more water concentration in one batch to the next, you're going to end up with color variation of the product. So I have measured out 8 portions from this bag, and I have 2 portions to start with. So that works out, for every 2 portions of mix, I need 375 milliliters of water. So we're going to start mixing. So we have 2 portions of the Weber Color Flex. And 375 milliliters of water. I'm going to put it in a little bit at a time though. Apparently it's supposed to look like peanut butter. So far it looks like oatmeal.
Looks like peanut butter with sugar in it.
Yeah. I think that's what it's supposed to look like. So I think we'll just go with that. It's nice and smooth. Mm-hmm. And yeah.
So you use 300 milliliters?
300 milliliters to 2 portions of mix.
Yeah, so your 1 portion should be
150.
Yeah.
Here goes nothing. feels pretty good. Now, from the very little experience that I have and the videos and stuff that I was watching to refresh my memory, you're supposed to be going at a diagonal to the grout lines, never with them. Obviously, by the wall, it's hard to do that because I'm trying to get in as close to the wall as I can.
It's a good tip.
And you want to kind of work in both directions so that you're really working it into the gaps. And it does seem to be pulling away a little bit from the edges. So I'm not sure if I'm just pushing too hard or if that means my mix maybe needed more liquid. I'm not doing this right because I don't have the right kind of sponge. You're supposed to do one pass, flip it over, and then do another pass. But the product is starting to set, and I need to get it off of the tiles as quickly as possible, so I'm just going at it. So it definitely had the texture of peanut butter, but one thing to keep in mind, if you do use less water than it says, then the workability time is shorter. So this was a good test, and the rest will be using the full amount of water so that I can work with it longer. So before you start a job like this, make sure you have the right sponge so you're not using the tiniest little kitchen sponge.
I guess that means we have to go get a sponge.
We need to go get a sponge. That's why I said if we can't find the one that was at Diana's, we have to buy another one, was for this. Not just in general. Specifically for this. But I didn't explain that.
No.
And you're not a mind reader. So now I'm using a kitchen sponge. Which is fine.
It's okay. Get this part done and we'll go get a sponge and then continue on.
Yeah, exactly. And I think we do need to use the full amount of water because you can see, well, I've gone over it, areas like this where the product has started to dry out as I'm working with it. Mm-hmm. And then it's pulling away and it's not sitting in there well enough. Okay. So the first section's not bad. I'm just smearing it around. All right. Mix number 2.
Mm-hmm. Except this time with wine.
Well, you know, that will improve it, right?
Are we grouting with wine now?
Yep.
Okay.
It's the secret ingredient.
Mm-hmm.
And I went and got a proper sponge. So the sponging process should go a little smoother. All right.
Let's go batch number 2.
Batch number 2. It's a lot runnier, so we'll see how it goes.
It looks like it's losing its shine a little bit there too, so.
Yeah, it does actually. All right. It's a lot easier to spread, that's for sure.
Smooth.
Hold on to the sponge.
Yeah, smooth there, SpongeBob.
Yeah, well, I'm no professional.
Couldn't tell. The viewers at home couldn't tell.
I blame it on the wine.
Mm-hmm. Wine and Grout Wednesday?
Sure. Is it Wednesday today?
Is it?
Oh, yeah, it is. So, you don't want your sponge wet. You want it moist.
Moist.
Or damp, if you prefer that word.
One.
Yeah. I'm getting more air bubbles in it now. So I think it was better when I used less water. Okay, so the first batch we did 300 mils of water and it was a bit on the dry side. The second batch we did 350 and it was a little on the wet side. So now we've done 320 and it seems to be just right.
Easier to spread.
Yeah.
Holds up better.
It holds up better.
It's not setting right away, and it's not taking a long time to set.
No, and it's not as difficult to work into the lines as the first batch. So it's good. And it's sticking to the float or whatever this thing's called.
Mm-hmm.
So it's easier to move it around where I need it. So I'd say we've hit the Goldilocks zone.
Ooh.
Now I'm just trying not to come too far into the room so that I can still reach it when I'm sponging.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, what was that?
So I love you. It's totally not what I said. Said I'm old, okay? At least my knees are.
Christina is old and moldy. Slap it a BS.
Exactly.
Slap it on there. Mud pies.
Mm-hmm.
Bleh.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Beauty.
Happy with that?
Yeah, you done good.
I've done okay.
It'll do for now.
Yeah? You think I can do better next batch?
Yeah.
Mm.
So this is what we woke up to this morning. It's the frostiest it's been since we've been here. And of course, we don't have a scraper for the windows on the car because who needs one in Portugal, right? So this should be interesting. Grant is in there somewhere.
So, what are you doing?
Well, we don't have a scraper for the windows, so I'm using our Bingo Dose card
Yeah,
that we
because
don't really use.
you're not supposed to scrape windows here.
I know. I was just saying, like, who needs a window scraper in Portugal? Apparently we do. This is cobweb.
Canadian style. On those frosty July mornings. Unexpected.
Hold on, hands.
Okay,
Oh,
finish that one and I'll do the rest.
really?
Yeah, I got gloves.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Oh, my hands are frozen.
Yeah, I know. Go rev the engine.
Rev your engine. Good morning.
Morning. Are you second coating it?
This is the first coat of acrylic paint. So we have 2 coats of primer. And now the first coat of acrylic paint is going on with the brush. The second coat will be with the roller.
Okay. Just on this wall though, because
Just on
it's
this wall with the brush, yeah, because it's textured.
and it's the original outside of the house, so we wanted to keep it the same.
Yeah.
Keep some of it original.
So it will make for some creative, what's that stuff called? Baseboard?
Sure.
Because there's rocks from the old foundation
All right.
in the corner. So I don't know what I'm doing with that yet.
That's fine. They match the ones in my head.
So this is as far as I got with painting. And tomorrow morning I'll need to do a second coat on these 2 walls. This one is looking really good, so I'm happy with how that one turned out. But the drywall, there's a few spots where you can see where the joint is between the different pieces of drywall. So I will give it a second coat in the morning. As usual, projects take longer than expected. So I figured we would have this half of the kitchen completely finished and have the fridge and the stove in place already. But you know, that's how things go. But a little sneak preview. Of the floors with the grout. They're still a bit hazy. I have to wash them again. So once I finish painting, I'll be mopping the floor. And the only Christmas thing I made this year was a little reindeer. So I made that yesterday. And he'll be going to his new home tomorrow. Don't forget to give our video a like. Share it with your friends. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe. It helps to grow our channel.
Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy our video. Take care, and we'll see you next week. Okay, bye!